that fleeting burst of happiness and sociability you get from sipping on a drink? Cheers to that. But here's the twist. When the sipping turns into a marathon, things can take a not-so-fun turn. We're talking about becoming besties with alcohol to the point where it starts calling the shots. And that's officially known as an alcohol use disorder. Yep, it's like the not-so-friendly ghost of the party scene. Now, let's get real. Alcohol's got more moves than just the mind game. It's got a ticket to ride the roller coaster of your body, too. Believe it or not, even staying within the sensible sip zone can raise your chances of locking horns with some seriously unpleasant stuff, like cancer and heart problems. Crazy, right? So we're here to spill the beans on how alcohol messes with your physical health. It's time to kick back, learn some cool facts, and get savvy about what's happening in that body of yours. 1. Alcohol fuels liver inflammation. Your liver helps your body process food and eliminate harmful toxins. Imagine it as a vacuum cleaner for your body. But when you send a glass of beer its way, things can get tricky. Your liver struggles to process the alcohol properly, and that's where the trouble begins. The alcohol that your liver can't handle doesn't just harm the liver itself. It also messes with its regular tasks. Now, no matter how much used to drinking you might be, your liver doesn't take kindly to the constant onslaught of alcohol. It gets pretty upset and stages a bit of a protest by developing something called alcoholic fatty liver disease, or AFLD. It's like your liver's way of saying, hey, this is too much for me. If you keep on drinking even after this warning sign, things can take a really bad turn. Your liver can end up with permanent scars, and that's a serious condition known as alcoholic cirrhosis. I know, it's not the happiest news. Fatty liver disease might not seem like a big deal at first for most folks, but if it keeps getting worse and turns into cirrhosis, that's when things can get serious. If cirrhosis isn't treated, it can eventually lead to liver failure or even liver cancer. And trust me, your liver is one vital organ you can't go without. But hey, there's a silver lining. You can actually undo the damage caused by inflammation and fatty liver disease. How? By giving alcohol the boot and also being careful with sugary and salty foods. Start by cutting back on foods that are high in saturated and trans fats. And don't forget to get moving regularly with some exercise. So there's a chance to turn things around if you make healthy choices. 2. Your blood sugar levels will suffer. Imagine your blood glucose levels as the gatekeepers to your health. If they go up and down too much, it's an invitation to a bunch of dangerous health issues. So it's super important to keep those glucose levels in check. Lots of studies have looked into the effects of drinking on how our bodies handle glucose. This is important for both people with diabetes and those without it. There was this study back in 2017 where they looked at people with type 1 diabetes who didn't drink. When they started drinking alcohol, things got worse because their blood glucose levels dropped a lot. A situation called hypoglycemia. Not cool, right? Loads of scientific research has shown that having a drink now and then isn't usually a big deal. But here's the catch. If you're the kind of person who has around 4 glasses of alcohol every day, it's time to hit the brakes. Because that habit of yours could nudge you closer to type 2 diabetes. Yep, it's a bit on the scary side. If you're taking oral diabetes medications, it's a good idea to have a chat with your healthcare provider about whether it's safe for you to consume alcohol. This is because alcohol can have an impact on how your diabetes medication works, and could potentially lead to either low blood sugar or high blood sugar, hyperglycemia, depending on the type of medication you're on and how much alcohol you consume. So it's important to discuss this with your healthcare provider to ensure your safety and the proper management of your condition. So to sum it up, managing your glucose levels is like looking out for your body's VIP pass to good health. This brings us to your next point, which is 3. Booze is brutal on your brain. Even your 3-pound superstar, your brain, isn't safe from the effects of your beloved alcoholic drinks. It's a party crasher in your head, causing trouble by damaging brain cells and messing with brain tissues. And guess what? Those liver problems and lack of vitamins that often go along with drinking can drag you closer to having issues with your brain. When you drink alcohol, it messes with how your brain communicates and can actually change the way your brain functions and appears. This interference from alcohol can make it tough for the brain regions responsible for things like balance, memory, speech, and good judgment to do their jobs properly. This can lead to a greater chance of accidents and other not-so-great outcomes. If you're a heavy drinker over a long period of time, it can even cause some changes in your brain cells, like making them smaller. So it's important to be aware of how alcohol can affect your brain. And if you're not spooked yet, here's something for you. Have you ever had slurred speech after drinking for a while? You know when your words get all tangled up? That's your body's way of waving a red flag and saying, hey, you're pretty tipsy. It's a built-in alert system. If you've made it through all this and you're thinking about swapping out alcohol for something that's kind to your brain, there are some great options. Think green tea, blueberry juice, green smoothies, and turmeric lattes. These drinks can be like a boost of goodness for your brain. No party crashing involved. If you want to know more about brain-boosting drinks that will do the trick, check out our video, 9 brain-boosting drinks you need to know about. 4. Alcohol is tough on the gut. It all starts with what you put into your body. So it's no surprise that anything your liver can't handle tends to give your gut a bit of a hard time. Researchers have dug into this and found that when it comes to alcohol, your gut doesn't just get to chill. Nope, alcohol messes with the balance of good bacteria that hang out in your gut. They also invite some not-so-friendly characters to the party, which can make your small intestine a bit scarier than you'd want it to be. How? Alcohol can mess with how your body absorbs nutrients in the small intestine and make it easier for toxins to pass through the intestinal walls. These effects can play a part in causing damage to the liver and other organs when you drink too much alcohol. But wait, there's more. A bunch of studies have found proof that sipping on alcohol can turn your digestive system into a playground for all sorts of diseases. About 20% of the alcohol you drink gets into your bloodstream directly through your stomach lining. When you've got food in your stomach, it slows down how quickly the alcohol gets absorbed and makes it take longer to reach your intestines. But if your stomach is empty, the alcohol moves down to your small intestine more quickly and gets into your bloodstream faster. Now, let's talk about how alcohol can affect your stomach in a few ways. It can irritate the cells in your stomach lining, causing inflammation. It messes with stomach acid production and reduces the stomach's ability to kill off bacteria that might enter, which can let harmful bacteria into the upper small intestine. Alcohol can actually make you hungrier by increasing the production of stomach juices. Drinks with a higher alcohol percentage can slow down how fast your stomach empties and mess with your digestion. Now, it's up to you to be the hero and save your gut from these not-so-friendly effects that come along with that tempting drink. 5. Alcohol is a punishment for your heart. Your heart tirelessly works to keep you going. And how do we repay it? By carelessly drinking alcohol and causing it harm. Doesn't seem fair, right? Our hearts deserve better. Research has made it clear. If you can't resist alcohol's temptation, your heart may pay the price with heart failure and coronary artery disease. Alcohol has been linked to high blood pressure and strokes resulting from blood vessel blockages leading to the heart. When it comes to drinking and heart health, the debate continues, but for most people, moderation is key. Moderate drinking means an average of 1 daily drink for women and 1 or 2 for men. A single drink may be less than you'd think, such as a 12-ounce beer, 4 ounces of wine, or 1.5 ounces of 80-proof spirits. However, some individuals, especially those with heart rhythm issues or heart failure, should avoid alcohol entirely. On the other hand, heavy drinking is a different story, as it's linked to various health problems, including critical heart conditions. Excessive alcohol consumption can lead to high blood pressure, heart failure, and even cardiomyopathy, affecting the heart muscle. Furthermore, alcohol can contribute to weight gain due to its high calorie content, bringing its own set of health problems. In conclusion, the bottom line remains the same. If you choose to consume alcohol, do so in moderation and avoid going overboard. While alcohol may not be the best choice for maintaining a healthy heart, think of it as a battle, and your heart should emerge victorious. For the sake of a happy and healthy heart, distance yourself from this troublemaker. 6. Drinking puts your musculoskeletal health at risk. Downing more alcohol than your body can handle is like giving your musculoskeletal system a one-way ticket to trouble. This system takes care of your bones, muscles, tendons, and all that good stuff that keeps you moving and standing tall. But when alcohol shows up, things can go haywire. It's a roadblock that stops your body from building strong muscles and sturdy bones. Picture this. If you're going beyond your body's limit with alcohol, you might end up with bones that are as fragile as glass. They call it osteoporosis, and it's not a great thing to have. Bone injuries become more likely too. To top it off, alcohol messes around with your vitamin D, which is a big player in keeping your bones healthy. That's why experts say it's a major reason for weaker bones. Drinking alcohol can even harm your bone marrow, which is responsible for producing blood cells. This damage can lead to a drop in your platelet count, potentially causing issues like bruising and bleeding. So here's the deal. If you're dealing with any issues related to your muscles and bones, it's a good idea to steer clear of going overboard with alcohol. Your body support system will thank you for it. 7. Your immune system can't put up with your drinking. Being sick is just the worst, right? We're all on the same page there. But get this, that tempting sip of rum, it might come with a price tag you didn't expect. Your body's defense squad. Let's be clear, there's no such thing as a safe level of drinking. Alcohol has its way with every part of your body, and the immune system is no exception. In the short term, you don't need to be a heavy drinker for it to mess with your immune system. Just having 5 to 6 drinks in one go can keep your immune system suppressed for a full day. Now, for the long-term effects of alcohol in your immune system, this is where it really gets tricky. Over time, your immune system starts slacking off. It takes longer to notice and respond to infections. What does that mean for you? Well, you might end up with more severe illnesses, symptoms that just won't quit, and your immune system working overtime to battle infections. So, all in all, it's not a great deal for your body's defense team. All the signs are pointing towards the fact that when you throw back that drink, you're sort of giving your immune system the short end of the stick. It's a trade-off. Your immune system becomes a bit fragile and not as awesome at dealing with those pesky long-term infections. But wait, there's more. A report from alcohol research spills the beans on a bunch of issues you might end up facing if you don't hold back on the alcohol. We're talking stuff like pneumonia, breathing troubles, cancer, liver problems, and even slow wound healing. Now, whether we're in the middle of a big pandemic or not, having a strong immune system is like having a trusty sidekick for your life's adventures. So here's the deal. Don't brush off the impact of your drinking choices. Your immune system needs all the support it can get for you to live a happy and fulfilling life. If you are looking for ways to strengthen your immune system, then be sure to check out our video, 11 Key Nutrients to Build an Adaptive Immune System in Your Body. It has everything you need and more. 8. Alcohol has a toxic relationship with reproductive health. Listen up, folks. This is a heads up you need to hear. Drinking doesn't just mess with your body. It can actually take a toll on your relationship, too. And no, it's not just random talk. There's a bunch of solid scientific proof from fertility research and practice. Here's the scoop. Booze isn't exactly your friend when it comes to getting pregnant. Whether you're a guy or a gal, your fertility might take a hit. For the guys, it could mean lower testosterone and not so great sperm quality and quantity. For ladies, your ovulation might hit a rough patch. Using alcohol when pregnant can cause serious problems in the baby's development. These substances can easily pass through the placenta to the growing child. The range of possible issues for the baby due to drug or alcohol use during pregnancy is quite long. It includes things like having a low birth weight, being born too early, having a higher chance of sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS, facing a greater risk of birth defects, and being more likely to develop various developmental disorders. Now, there's more. A study in animals found that even a simple beer can throw a female's menstrual cycle into a crazy spin by messing with hormones. And sometimes, things can even get worse, with periods stopping altogether. On top of that, research has shown that hitting the bottle can mess with the health of your future kids. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. If a healthy love life is what you're after, you might want to seriously consider breaking up with the booze. It's all about giving your body and your relationships the best shot possible. If you're on a mission to kick some unhealthy habits to the curb, here's a game changer. Say goodbye to alcohol. Now, I get it. This might sound like a toughie at first. But here's a strategy that could make it smoother than you think. Start by dialing it down. If you're used to a couple glasses a week, that's cool. But gradually bring that down, like from 1 or 2 glasses down to 0. Trust me, your health is going to thank you big time. Speaking of health, did you ever realize that alcohol could be such a sneaky troublemaker for your body? It's a hidden danger. Has anyone ever clued you in on the downsides of drinking before? And here's the thought. After checking out this video, would you be up for rethinking your relationship with alcohol? Pop your thoughts down below. We're all ears. Your journey could inspire others too. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Bestie for more amazing videos.